Do you like that? Randy, you probably like that.
You need nothing to entice me about wine. Hey, tomorrow afternoon will mark the American Legion 500 Festival Memorial Service. That service will honor Indiana's fallen servicemen and women. These are the people who have made the ultimate sacrifice for our nation.
And joining us this morning is United States Air Force Brigadier General J. Stewart Goodwin, the Executive Director of the Indiana War Memorials Commission. General, thank you so much for joining us here. And let's start at the very top. Where and when does this observation take place?
Well, it's actually a two-part. On this weekend, we always first do the Gold Star ceremony. So that'll be at 3 o'clock on Thursday, and then the memorial service starts at 4 o'clock.
I think when we talk about honoring our war dead, and you and I talked about this in the green room, it's important also to talk about the oath that our servicemen and women take when they join up.
Absolutely. And a lot of people, if you haven't gone through this process, they're probably not aware of it. But everybody takes the same oath, regardless of what branch, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine, Coast Guard. But this oath talks about the fact that you'll defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. You'll obey the orders of those appointed over you, and it goes on. And at the end, it says, "So help me God." And then they put a piece of paper in front of you, and you sign that piece of paper about the oath that you just took. And basically what that oath means is that you will go wherever they tell you, you will do whatever they tell you to do, and the truth is that you will be putting your life on the line. You're signing a contract that you will give up to, and including your life, to protect Americans that you may never meet or ever know.
Right.
Which is quite a sacrifice, quite an accomplishment.
Absolutely. Yeah, tell us about the Gold Star families and the importance of recognizing them.
Absolutely. You know, I haven't been in a situation where I've made notification. I've handed the flag to several families, and the families at this point in time are going through the worst possible day of their life. And so what happens is, then the grieving process, it's a proven fact that people grieve at a different pace. And so what we want to do at that point in time, and this goes all the way back to World War I, they had blue stars and gold stars. The blue stars would, they put a picture of a flag in their window that would show that somebody from that family was participating in the war. And if the unfortunate situation happened where the life was taken, then they would change the blue star to a gold star. And so then in about 1926, they had actually the Gold Star Mothers. They put that organization together. In fact, just about a year and a half or 2 years ago, we just put a Gold Star family monument in the War Memorial in American Legion Mall. So these are people that, what they do is they use this organization to help each other, to get through this most terrible time of their life, and it's been very, very successful. And I can tell you, I don't think there's anything that we do any better than making sure that these families their loved one is not forgotten, and that they can go through this process with other people.
Speaking of which, throughout my television career, I've been dispatched to Dover Air Force Base in Delaware, which is obviously the mortuary for the armed forces. And what always occurs to me when I've been there is, you know, what are the protocols? How do families get notified? What sort of support is available going forward? Can we talk about that for a moment?
Absolutely. In fact, I've done this several times, and because of your industry, it has to be done as soon as possible, because with all the technology that goes on with communication now, we don't want the families to hear this from somebody other than a service member. So 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, you're standing there in your dress uniform and knocking on the door, and I always take somebody with me, especially a female. And so they open the door and they see you standing there in your dress uniform, and they know that one of their loved ones has been deployed or that is in the military. And the emotions, I've been slapped, I've been hugged, I've been, you know, just different things that happen. But what you have to do is put all of that aside and think about the fact that what you're trying to do is to help this family get through probably the worst day of their lives.
Right.
And so then we have survival assistance officers that help them through. And then the ultimate is at the gravesite, when you're down on one knee and you talk about on behalf of the President of the United States and the Secretary of the Air Force or Army, whatever it happens to be, and you hand them that flag, and the situation, I'm sorry, but it's a little bit emotional for me, because I've had them jerk that flag out of my hands because that was representing their son or daughter or their husband or wife. And the fact is that it's just, it's something that what we need to do at that point in time is that we need to do whatever we can do to help them through this time.
Well, General, let's thank you for your service. Appreciate you being here this morning. And we will be streaming the 500 Festival Memorial Service on tomorrow at 4 o'clock on wishtv.com. An enhanced version of the service will air without commercial interruption on Memorial Day during our usual time slot here at 10 o'clock in the morning.